Well, it really depends whether you're an ordinary soldier or an officer. I mean, if you're an ordinary soldier during the whole of this period, on into the 19th century, and really until the 20th century, when, of course, the whole nation is in arms in the two world wars. But up to that period, the ordinary soldier tended to come from the urban and agricultural poor. Pay was pretty low, 8 pence for most of this period a week, and that goes up to a shilling a week. And this was a relatively small amount of money, and even that tiny amount of money was made smaller because money was taken out for equipment and also for food. So it really was just eking out a living at the sort of very basic level, and that's why people tended to come from these pretty deprived backgrounds. They were actually quite tough characters, and they made very good soldiers. But on the other hand, you had the officers, and they came from completely the other side of the social spectrum. They tended to come from the wealthy middle classes and upper classes. And the reason only people from those sort of backgrounds could become officers is because for most of this period, right up until 1870, when it was abolished, there was something known as the purchase system, which effectively meant you had to buy your commission. And that ensured that only people with a vested interest in the status quo, people of property and people of wealth, could become officers. And this was felt to be, not only would you get the right educated, capable people into the armed forces as officers, they would also have an interest in, as I say, keeping the status quo, so you would have political stability as well. I mean, remember, all through this period, one of the big fears of the governing classes is that the military might try to take over, as of course they had done with Cromwell during the dictatorship of the 1650s. So there was a determination that the army would remain outside politics, and one of the ways to do that was by making sure that the officers, the leaders of the army, came, as I say, from this class that had a vested interest in the status quo.